What is your favorite mode of transportation? Have you ever been here? And what is or what was your mode of transportation and why? Hola amigos, me llamo Shewal. Bienvenida a mi canal. So today we're going to talk about the different modes of transportation in Merida. So vámonos, let's go. All right, y'all. So I got this question and I said, well, you know what? Let me just make a video about it according to my experience. So I was initially asked, do you need a car to live in Merida? And my reply was, it depends, okay? But this video is not really about more so that you need a car or not, but can you survive without one? But it's going to be touching on the different modes of transportation here in Merida, okay? So let's talk about it. But before we go anywhere, please like this video, share it please, comment please, because YouTube algorithm has not been working out in my favor, and I appreciate y'all if y'all just share it. So the first mode of transportation we have, obviously, is a car, right? Yeah, you can rent cars, and now in the Merida airport, you can rent cars directly from the airport. They're building some kind of rental car service. There's already one there, but they're building another one. Yeah. So you can rent a car. That's obviously the first one. And somebody asked me, do they ride on the same side of the street as they do in the USA? So for that person who asked that question, yes, they ride on the same side. There is public transportation here, and that is like a regular bus. It take you anywhere, pretty much anywhere around the Merida area. Major hospitals, major malls, neighborhoods, and even outside of Merida, there'll be like little caravans that will take you outside of Merida too. Not so much buses, but the buses are usually, you'll see them in the inner city of Merida. So yeah, the question basically asked, can you do without a car? Now I'm gonna say this, even though this is a mode of transportation video, you wanna make sure this is not you. If you are an older individual with health problems, I wouldn't recommend you to be in Merida without a car. If you are a person, a family of 5, if you have a large family, yes, I think you need a car, okay? If you are a person who is a parent, if you have kids, yeah, of course you want to get a car because kids are crazy, they do crazy things. So I definitely recommend that for you guys. If you are an individual who's not really active, like I would say, like you really don't like to walk around, or you just refuse to walk around, then you definitely would need a car, okay? So it really depends on who you are, your circumstances, your active lifestyle. Me personally, I love to walk. I learn in my neighborhood. I learn who my neighbors are, as well as I'm getting some exercise in. Okay, so I just love to walk and see the different beautiful places in Merida. That's just my thing. Speaking of walking, another reason why I'm saying this, that you don't really need a car, is that Merida is pretty much walkable. We're talking about the inner city of Merida, the inside circle. It's walkable. Like anything you need is in your neighborhood. And I want to give you some examples. If you're looking for a dentist, there's probably one in your neighborhood. If you're looking for a nutritionist or a doctor, GYN, or some water, some food, stores, like even like restaurants. There are some people who have restaurants in their houses, so you really don't know. Everything is walkable in your neighborhood, unless you live on the outside circle of Merida. That's a whole different ballgame, it's a whole different story. But if you're in the inner city, everything is literally in the neighborhood. Everything is right there with everything that you need. So in my opinion, you really don't need a car, but if you want one, you know what I mean? It really depends on your preference and stuff like that. So yeah, just throwing it out there. So everything is walkable. You don't really have to go too far for pretty much anything. That's another mode of transportation, walking, okay? Auto buses, the Edo, is it Edo? Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Those buses will literally take you anywhere in Mexico. I just rode my first one, and let me tell you, it was quite an experience, okay? I thought about vlogging the whole thing for you guys, and I had footage, but I was like, you know what? that's kind of boring. I didn't want to show y'all that. I really wanted y'all to see it. So you're gonna see little clips of it on the screen. It was quite an experience being an American, let me tell you, but it was definitely quite different, but it got me to where I was supposed to go. Okay, I drove from Mexico City to Merida, vice versa, and it was not that bad, but it was just like very annoying because you kept stopping to different states, and those different states, they want to know who you are and like, why are you here? You know, it's like basically entering the country every time you enter a different state. The auto buses here in Merida are definitely a reliable source. Like if you want to go to a different state in Mexico, you want to go see Chichen Itza, down to going to Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Mexico City, etc., then those are the best buses to catch, okay? And the tickets are very affordable. You can book them online, you can book them the same day at the station. Basically just type in Google Ado Auto, okay? And of course there is Uber here, and there is InDrive, and InDrive is just like Uber. I do both, and I have been doing both for a long time, and they tend to be a reliable source. Like if one doesn't like me, the other one usually does. So we be like in relationship fights and stuff like that, so I use them both, you know what I mean? So it depends on certain things. Like sometimes you may feel the InDrive, you can't get the drivers. And then Uber, you might feel, oh, at a certain time or hour, you can't get hours. I'll talk more about that another time. If you're interested in the comments, just let me know if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Uber and InDrive is a good way to get around. That's pretty much how I get around the city. And I'm starting to learn how to catch the bus now. The more my Spanish just like grows and I feel more comfortable catching the bus, I do that, like, because it's just, I mean, how do you learn the city? You know, you learn it by being on the bus, you know, it's like how you learn it, or drive it around or something, you know. Yeah. Not only are the neighborhoods walkable here in Merida, but you can also have everything delivered to you. I mean, any and everything you think of, it can be delivered to your door. Water, of course, food, groceries. If you have medicine that you take, medicine could be delivered to you. You know, your products from Amazon, everything can be delivered to you. Your gas, you know, supplies that you need for your house, your furniture, everything is delivered. And I also like the fact that the city is bikeable. I used to live in New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans, you know, and it wasn't a bike-friendly type of city. There weren't too many bike lanes, and there were a lot of people getting like killed because of, you know, us New Orleanians were not used to seeing people riding on bikes like that. You know, we would often ride bikes in the opposite of opposite of flow of traffic because we were scared, okay, when we rode bicycles in New Orleans. But when people started migrating to New Orleans from other areas, people started dying because they didn't know that New Orleans was not a bikeable city. With that being said, Merida is a very bikeable city. In fact, your Uber driver may come on a bike, a motorcycle, or the pan guy sells, he rides around the neighborhoods and he sells pan or bread on his bicycle. You may see that. It's common to see people on the bikes here, and I feel that's why there aren't too many accidents, because the drivers are conscious that there are bikers out here. There are motorcyclists, there are bicyclists out here. So I think that's probably why I feel like it's a bike-friendly place, and I'm thinking about getting me a bike as well, because I like to sightsee, and you know, like biking is really good exercise for you. So, okay, last but not least, we're going to talk about iTrain. This is an up-and-coming new train, a new development, one of Mexico's biggest development projects they're working on right now. It's going to be a train that's going to give people faster transportation to different cities like Merida, Playa del Carmen, and Cancun, and other cities. And yeah, it's pretty cool because if you haven't drove from Merida to any other city, like in that part, it takes maybe a few hours to get there. And they're so close in proximity, I guess it would make sense for just to come out with a train, and that would make like tourism, you know, an easier thing for everybody involved. That's coming soon, and that's going to be totally cool. Totally cool. And I think it's going to be, for the price, y'all, for the iTrain, I think it's going to be $25 for foreigners. And for non-foreigners, Mexican residents, I think they either pay half of that, or I think they do pay, but I think maybe it's like $10 or $5 that they will pay. And then for foreigners, you pay like $25 for the like the one-way ticket. I think that's one way. I'm not sure, but I did read an article. I just can't remember everything it said. But if y'all interested in more information about the iTrain, just let me know. I'll definitely do a video on that. But that was just the basic information. But it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait till they finish, because I'll be able to travel to Playa del Carmen quick, and then, you know, I wish it could connect to Mexico City. I don't know if it connects to Mexico City, but that would be really cool though. All right, y'all, that is pretty much it for the different modes of transportation here in Merida, Mexico. Yeah, what is your favorite mode of transportation? Have you ever been here? And what is or what was your mode of transportation, and why? And yeah, if you have yet to visit, then yeah, there you have it, the mode of transportation here in Merida. Yeah, that's a little bit. Whatever you need in your neighborhood. Good. Not only is everything good, not only is everything in your neighborhood, not only is everything in your neighborhood walkable, but everything usually in most neighborhoods. Okay, good. Not only is everything in basic, not only is neighborhoods, not in, I cut.